Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Real and Raw with Ree. Happy Hump Day. We are on episode 58. So on today's episode, we are going to be discussing something that might be a little triggering for some. We are going to be discussing abusive situations, domestic situations. If this is triggering for you, or if you feel like it may be triggering for you, feel free to click off. There is no harm in there. I completely understand. I thank you for all of your support anyway. So yes, if you think this is going to trigger you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, feel free to click off. But let's go ahead and get into the episode. So y'all know how I like to start off my episodes. So we're going to do a mental health check real quick. So I would say that mentally I am at a... What would I say that I am at? I would say that I am probably at a... I feel like nothing's really going on, honestly. I'm just tired. And I know I just had a week off of work. Like, I literally just went back to work on Monday. And Monday was a fucking day. Like, Monday was the day. So the week started off a little hectic. But I would say that I am, like, at a... I'm going to say 8.5, 9. Because, like I said, nothing is going on. Yeah, it's pretty chill for the most part. Like, I'm in a good space mentally, emotionally. Yeah, nothing's going on. I hope everything is going well with you guys. You guys are taking your mental health very serious. You're doing what I told you to do. Write down how you're feeling, how you want to feel, how you plan to get there, and how you plan to stay there. But if you don't want to do that, I would say pray about it, vent to somebody. If you don't want to vent to somebody, just write it down. Don't bottle it in, just write it down and let it out. So hopefully that's working for y'all. I hope y'all mental is, I would say 8.5 more or 10. I'm really hoping for a 10 for y'all, better than mine. So yes, I hope all of you are doing well, and let's get on into it. So before I jump in, let me just say that if you have not seen the new Tyler Perry movie, Divorce in the Black, I do recommend like skipping past this part because I am going to spoil it for you guys. Like, yeah, I'm going to spoil it because I watched it on Sunday. It was overall a really good movie. I know a lot of people felt as though it was not. And some of the things that I do say in this episode are not going to be kid friendly. I just thought I would go ahead and put that out there. Although I said in my last episode, if you have been listening to this podcast long enough, you know that although my episode might be kid friendly, at some point in the episode, it's going to get a little nasty. Or I'm going to say something, okay, because that's just me. But if the whole episode is not going to be kid-friendly, I make sure I put that at the very beginning. But, yeah, this is not one of those episodes. But, yeah, so if you haven't seen the new Tyler Perry movie, Divorce in the Black, it is on Prime Video. And I would say I ain't going to say click off this, but, like, fast forward a little bit, because I'm going to spoil it for you guys. So, Divorce in the Black has Megan Good, Corey, which is Tia from Sister Sister. That's her ex-husband. And this fine man named Joseph Lee. But I love Tyler Perry movies. I really, really do. But I feel like and a few people said this to me also, and they feel the same way. Because I posted on my social media, like, me watching this movie, I would just rather be single for the rest of my life than deal with some shit like that. And somebody was like, they're not watching any more of his movies because they're all the same. which I can see it. I really can. It's just a different cast, of course. Um, and to me, it's like I don't really understand why black people have to really go through these struggles in these movies. That it's like they can't start off happy or just be happy, period. It's always the woman getting beat on, the woman getting cheated on. Or has he ever did a movie where the man got cheated on? Or something like that? Because in, what was it, Good Deed, she was homeless and Tyler Perry helped out. No Good Deed, Taraji P. Henson's husband was cheating on her. And then Idris Elba tried to kill her. um, what was it? Medea's family reunion, she was getting whooped on. And yeah, she was getting whooped on. What was the other movie? Diary of a Mad Black Woman. He drug her out the house. So it's like, I don't think it's the movie where the man is getting like dogged out or nothing. I don't think so. But it's just like, damn, can the black woman be happy? I just don't understand why she got to go through the mud first. And one of his movies that I really, 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 really love is it was on the tip of my tongue. Why Did I Get Married? Like, I really, really, really love that movie. The second one is good, but in some cases it's like the other movies don't really hit like the first one does. And I really, really, really love the first one, like Why Did I Get Married? I love that one. I feel like it's different because it shows, like, yes, Angela and Marcus got into it a lot. And I love Angela. Angela was my favorite. Hopefully that doesn't say a lot about me, but I loved Angela. I felt like she was honest, she was real, she was a good friend. But I feel like that movie was different because I feel like it showed like the problems that you go through in marriage, but the way that you work them out. And then you have that strong support system, that strong friend group that's there for you to support you. And y'all go into couples retreats and all of that, couples trips and trying to work through stuff. So I really loved that movie. The movie was really good. The second one, it was good, but like I said, it won't hit like the first one, in my opinion. But back to Divorce in the Black. So it's like the first few minutes were pissing me off, honestly. And I started to turn it off because I was thinking, like, what's this? Like, it's really about to piss me off. And the first, I'm not even going to say the first few minutes, just have you like, I really want to marry into a family where they love the shit out of me. Like, I really do, though. And it was at one point where it was like, I wouldn't really care if his mom liked me or not, but no, I want her to adore me, like, love me, like, want to have me over just to talk, want to have me over for some tea, like, want to have me over because she cooked, like, and we go shopping and like little bonding time, you know, that's what I want. Like, she looks at me like a daughter to her. Like, that's what I really want. I want a good relationship with his siblings, cousins, all of that. Like, I just want to marry into a wonderful family that's very loving, caring. You know, I don't want to marry into no toxic family like, oh, I don't really care for his mama. Like, no, I'm good on that. I don't want that. And if you watch this movie, you won't want it either. But, yeah, so to me, I have never been in a situation like this, like ever, ever, ever been in a situation. I thank God that I have not, because I talked about this in another episode. I can't remember off the top of my head which episode it was, but we talked about DV in that episode, domestic situations in that episode. But I forgot which episode it was. If I can find it for y'all, I'll just put it in there somewhere. But I just feel like, you cannot ignore the signs when it comes to people and how they are. Like, you cannot ignore the signs. And in this movie, Megan Good had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful best friend. Like, her best friend was riding for her 10 toes down, ready to slap her man for her and everything. Like, her best friend was the type of best friend that I would want, type of friend, period, that I would want. That's going to step in when she needs to, or when she feel like I need some help, she gonna step in. So, I don't know, I really liked her best friend, but I feel like, and I kind of had a feeling that she was getting hit, but I wasn't for sure. And I feel like this is why I say that I do not drink just sitting in the house. Like, I can't do it. Now, I see if you have like some wine or something, but just to be sitting in the house taking shots or pouring up a whole cup of alcohol, like, I can't do that. I personally cannot. And I feel like that's how you turn into an alcoholic. And I told somebody that the other day, and they agreed. Like, that's just not something that I can do. And I feel like when you notice excessive drinking when it comes to your partner, you got to go ahead and nip that in the bud. Like, you just can't keep letting that go on. And God forbid a situation happens and the anger is there, it's built up. They gonna release that anger on you, I feel like. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. You got to watch how people act when they're intoxicated. And if you don't like the way that they act, but they are not willing to put that bottle down, put that cup down, you can't deal with them. Like, I don't think that you should deal with them. You shouldn't put yourself through that. But people are going to do what they want to do at the end of the day, which I get it. Like, me personally, I would consider myself like an introvert, very shy, reserved, keep to myself. But when I get intoxicated, I'm very happy. Like, I'm happy. I'm talking to people who I would never talk to if I was not intoxicated on a whole nother level. Like when I say that I am to myself, I'm to myself. Like, very, very reserved. Even when I'm out solo, like, I'm still not talking to people. I'm still just drinking, vibing on my own. But for me, it's like, and I was just telling somebody this the other day, but they don't really drink like that, so they probably wouldn't understand. But when I'm like drinking by myself, the alcohol doesn't really hit like that. But when I'm drinking with other people, the alcohol be hitting. Like, it be hitting and you be like, damn, like, I'm really lit right now. Or if I'm like out by myself or whatever and I'm just drinking, alcohol not really hitting. But if somebody starts talking to me, it's like, okay, the alcohol just kicking in, like turning up right now. And then I'm feeling real good. So, you know, you have your people that are like the happy drunk, the crying drunk. Like, they be thinking about shit and it makes them depressed. Like, I have been drinking before, don't get me wrong, like out at the bar or something, and then I might come across a post on Facebook that's talking about your mom or stuff like that. So I do get sad a little bit, but yeah, I'm not a sad drunk. Like, I'm very happy and talkative. Then you have those angry drunks, like angry, ready to fight, and just doing the most. Like, and them the type of people, like, I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around nobody that is trying to fight, that's trying to do the most. Like, when I'm intoxicated, baby, I want to have a good time. I'm not trying to throw no fists. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to do none of that. And I'm going to throw confrontational drunk in there with angry drunk, because to me, it's the same thing to me. So yeah, happy drunk. And then you have your sleepy drunk. Like, they get intoxicated and they're ready to go to sleep, which alcohol does make you sleepy. Like, if you just drinking and you just sitting there, you are going to get tired. Like, them yawns are going to be hitting, like, every fucking second. And so that's why I tell people, like, when you drink, you got to move. Like, you cannot be sitting there still. You are going to get tired. Like, I've been there. I know how this works. But yeah, so if you're dealing with somebody that's like an angry drunk, like every time they get intoxicated, everything is an argument, they're very confrontational and all of that, like, no, I don't think you should be dealing with that. And people true colors be coming out when they intoxicated. And I don't want to hear that. And then, like, back to the whole DV situation. Men kill me when they're like, oh, I did it because I love you and you made me do it. Nobody made you do a damn thing. Like, let's be real. Like, nobody made you do anything. I don't care. Now, the only time I would say, well, yeah. So the only time that I would feel like somebody made you do something is if they was putting their hands on you first. Like, they putting their hands on you and then, they putting their hands on you and you like trying to walk away. And then you gotta get active on them. Like, you gotta show them, like, this not about to happen. Which, if you have been following my podcast, like, I forgot what episode it was. I don't even know I don't know. If I find it, I'll put it in. But I have always said, like, a woman is not gonna put her hands on my child. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And I feel like if you put your hands on him that one time and he let you know, like, chill out, and then you put your hands on him again because you feeling real tough because he ain't do nothing the first time, and he tell you, like, all right, now this your last warning, like, chill out. And how am I trying to say this? You really trying to, like, test him, like, see what he really about. Like, oh, you said it's my last warning, what's up? He's going to put you down. And I don't mean it like knock the shit out of you like you a dude. But he's going to let you know, like, I warned you them 2 times. Don't try that shit again with me. Like, that's what I mean by sit you down. He's not going to hit you like you a man. Like, no, he's not going to do that. But you will know, don't put your hands on him. And then he can call me. Like, in the midst of all this going on, call me, let me know what's up so I can be on my way. Because we not playing them games. Like, no. I don't play that. And I feel like everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves. Don't be out here hitting on nobody. Don't feel like you Billy Badass, like, that's what you can do, because you cannot. At the end of the day, women, your strength is different from a man. He will knock you clean across the room or through the wall. Like, let's be real. And like I said, I really hate, and I feel like it's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. I don't understand when people put, like, little statuses and stuff on Facebook, on social media about them bragging that they was just going toe to toe with their man. It's like, what? I don't get it. I don't understand. It's like, why are we up here talking about how I was just squaring up with my man? I wish I would. For one, I'm not squaring up with my man. If he balled his fist up at me, baby, that would be the last time that you ball your fist up at me. Like, that's going to be the last time. If you even jumped at me the wrong way, like, that will be the last time. Because I'm not going to let you think, like, oh, that shit cool, because no, it's not. And I'm not going to give you a chance. Like, let's just say you jumped at me like I'm a nigga or something. Like, you really ready to come at me. You think that I'm going to give you that opportunity again to really put your hands on me? No, I'm up and out of there. Like, no, I'm not staying around, and then you're like, no, I'm sorry. You know I won't gonna hit you. No, I know I did not. But I can promise you that if you would have, you wouldn't have been walking around no more. Like, no. Because we not going to play no. I don't play that. That's why I let people know. I do not hesitate to let dudes know. Don't pull on me. Don't grab on me. Don't push me. Push, pull, tug, nothing. I don't play that. The only time that I like a man's hands around my neck is when we in missionary, you hitting it from the back, you kissing me, or whatever. Like, them the only times that hand can be around my neck is when you doing something that is pleasuring me. Like, other than that, don't put your fucking hands around my neck. No, I don't play them type of games, honey. No. And I feel like like I said, if a person shows you who they are, men, if a woman slaps you across your face, and I don't want to say what I was about to say, because I said this before to a dude. I told him that I should smack the shit out of him. And my mouth can be a little reckless, like when I'm mad and you really pissing me off, but I wouldn't really smack the shit out of you. Like, I'm not going to do that. And I feel like if a woman says that to you, don't buck up in her face. Well, some of y'all do. But don't buck up in her face like, do it. Do it. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just be like, that ain't something that you want to do. Or something like that. But, you know, females going to want to try their luck. But, no. The minute that you feel like she may put her hands on you, you need to just get up out of there. The minute that you feel like this man might put you through the wall, you need to get up out of there. Like, I don't feel like you need to stick around and wait for them to put you through the wall or wait for her to smack the shit out of you. Like, you don't need to stick around and wait for it to happen. Because by that time, it might be too late. Because depending on how she smack you, that fist coming up and knocking her head off. And if he put you through the wall, baby, you just gonna be in the wall. Like, yeah, you just gonna be in the wall. And that reminds me, what was it called? The Blue-Eyed Butcher. It's a Lifetime movie. But it was a really, really, really good movie. I don't know how many times she put that knife through her husband. Like, I don't know how many times, but I think she went to jail because he was asleep when she did it. Was he handcuffed too? I don't know if he was handcuffed. He might have been because he wasn't fighting back. But then again, he was sleeping when she did it. I don't know if she handcuffed him or not. She did something to him. And it's just like, with that situation, like, she went through so much with him, like, doing things in front of their kids. And I just feel like your kids should not see any of what's going on. Like I said before in one of my episodes, like, your kids should only see those happy moments. Like, I know everything is not glitter and rainbows and butterflies and all of that. I get it completely. But if you guys are going to go at each other, your child should not be present for that. Your child should not be able to hear y'all go at it. Like, you don't want those memories for your child. No, you want your child to be like, no, I never seen my mom and my dad fight, never heard them, never nothing. Every time I seen them, it was always love. Like, they were loving on each other. If they did argue, they kept that from me. Like, they did an amazing job keeping that from me. That's what you should give your child. That's how I feel. But that's just me. But back to the movie. So, Megan Good's friend, like, wrote down all the things that, and I think it was like 3 pages. 3 pages long, I want to say. 3 pages of what her husband did to her. What Megan Good's husband did to her. Wrote down all the bad things that Megan Good has ever told her best friend. And when I think that her mom read it, and I could see the hurt in her mom's face when she read those letters, and I hated that she was like, what did I do wrong? Like, I hated that, because it's like, and I'm happy that Meagan Good told her, like, you didn't do anything. Like, don't blame yourself. It wasn't you. It was me. Like, you did the best you could. You did everything that you could. It was not you. And I'm happy that she told her mom that, because I hated that her mom blamed herself. Like, I hated that. And this is a prime example. And I hate to say, well, I don't hate to say it, but when they be like, for better or worse, richer or poorer, till death do you part, I feel like for better or worse has a limit. That's how I feel. And people might be like, I don't agree, and that's perfectly fine, baby. But I feel like it has a limit, because Meagan Good told her mom, she said something along the lines of, which I can't say verbatim because I don't know. But in so many words, she was saying, like, she watched her mom and her dad, how long they've been together, their love, their marriage. And she did not want to feel like she failed them or she failed at marriage, because marriage is till death do you part, for better or worse. So she stayed and she tried to work through it. She didn't want to seem like she failed. And I feel like that goes back to people staying in situations because of the time. And people are like, no, I don't want to start over with somebody else. But you are unhappy where you are. I mean, unhappy, like lost yourself. Unhappy. You're miserable. And I don't feel like you should stay in a marriage. You should stay in a situation that is not bettering you. Like, staying with somebody who is whooping the shits out of you is crazy to me. I have never been in that situation, and I thank God that I never have, and I pray that I never do. So I guess some people might be like, well, it's easy for you to say that, which I can agree with that. It is easy for me to say that because I have not went through it. And I have not, I'm not going to say I have not experienced a love that just had me like, no matter what this man do, I'm going to be with him. Like, can I say that I've been in a love like that? Because, no, I ain't never, no. I can't even say that I've been in a love like that, because you not about to dog me out, drag me through the mud. Like, it's not gonna happen. You got so many, I ain't even gonna say so many chances. I just feel like we have to stop accepting things because we want to look a certain way. Like, if you have a public relationship, you don't want to leave this person. You want to seem like you are picture perfect. Take these pictures smiling. But after y'all take that picture, like, there's no communication there. There's no intimacy. There's no nothing. That smile goes right off your face. And y'all go back to acting like y'all don't even like each other, for real. So I just feel like you can never really go based off of somebody's picture and try to determine, like, oh yeah, they real happy and they did say that and whatever they put up. Because at the end of the day, people put up what they want you to see. That's what they do. People put up what they want you to see. Nobody's putting up a post of them in a fucked up situation. Like, nobody's doing that. Nobody's putting up a post of them looking like shit. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's talking about when they were down and out. They are talking about when they have hella money in the bank. They talking about going on shopping sprees and everything, getting that promotion. Like, that's what they're talking about. They're talking about having that baby. They're not talking about everything that they went through to get there. They're not talking about all the times that they got denied a promotion or somebody else was picked over them. They're not talking about the times that they were almost homeless and the light bills were off. Like, nobody is talking about that. I don't know why I said light bills was off. Lights were off. But yeah, they're not talking about that. All you're seeing is the M's in the bank account or how many chains they have on. Like, that is what you're seeing. You're not seeing the struggles. They are keeping it off social media. That is behind closed doors. You're not seeing that. So yes, it's easy to look at a picture and be like, damn, she looks so happy, or damn, he looked like he got it. Like, it's easy to do that with the picture. Because Megan Good's dad was playing like little, what were they watching? They were watching what is the thing called in the VCR? I forgot what thing it's called. Little tape. Okay, so they were watching the tape of her wedding day, and no, she was having flashbacks of when they were happy together, when they were dancing, smiling, they were happy together. And I bet from that, you would never be able to tell what he was doing to her behind closed doors. You would never be able to tell, just like Madea's family reunion, when they were in the public, and I think it was when they were, did they go somewhere for his business or something? I don't know. But if you watch the movie, you know when they were sitting at the table and he like grabbed her leg really hard, and I think, oh yeah, she had yawned, and he grabbed her leg like really hard, and then told her to let's dance. And of course she was smiling, he was smiling, at like, you know, he was just talking to her. And he was really talking shit like she gonna get it when she get home. But again, she's smiling, he's smiling. So you will never know what's going on. You cannot go off of these things, that's all I'm saying. Because people going through some shit, okay? People are going through shit behind these closed doors, but you will never know. You will never know what's going on. So in the movie, he asked for a divorce, right? And of course, she was heartbroken. And that's when she went to go see her parents. They lifted her spirits. Pretty much the time away from him and everything that was going on, it got her mind space, her head space together. Like, she was getting back to herself. And of course, she cried the first few days, but when she bounced back, she was back, like, better than ever. So, she gets back or whatever, and then he's telling her to, like, sign the paper or whatever, and she goes to sign the paper, and he saw that she was not hurt, that she really didn't give two shits about it. So that's when he is like telling his friend that she was cheating on him the whole time, and he knew it and all of that. Like, and his friend, to me, his friend didn't check him enough, I feel like. Like, yes, that's your friend, but I feel like when your friend is dead ass wrong, and I'm pretty sure you knew what was going on in the situation, because your wife, his wife, was Megan Good's best friend. So I'm pretty sure she was pillow talking and told you, like, yeah, he did this to her, he did this, he did that. And then when I found out that he spit on her, like, baby, no. No. And I'm almost certain that he probably did that when she was on the ground. Because I don't really see, well, I ain't gonna say I don't even see that, because if you that type of person, you'll probably get into an argument with her and just do that right there in her face, mid-sentence, while she's talking. But, baby, no, I don't play them type of games. And I, like I said in one of these episodes, if you spit on me, you don't like your life. Like, you do not love your life if you spit on me. You are asking to be removed if you spit on me. Like, I don't play them type of games. I never will. But, in other words, he wanted her back. Or he felt like, if I can't have you, nobody can. He didn't say that, but you could just tell that's what type of time he was on, because he started stalking her and everything. Like, broke into her house and all of that. And then he made her feel like before she went to her parents' house, she was telling her best friend, like, he made her feel like no man is gonna want 40-year-old vagina. And she felt like she gave him her best years because she's about to be 40. And her best friend was like, no, you didn't. Like, you still have good years and you about to get them back. Like, your good years are about to start when you leave this man alone. Like, her best friend was speaking life into her, which I really, really love. And so, long story short, she messed with little, well, I ain't even gonna say little, big Jason Lee, honey. And the scene that I really, really love is when he picked her up. Like, if you know who Jason Lee is, I don't know his last name. I don't know why I'm saying Jason. His name is Joseph. Joseph Lee. You can Google him, okay? Or just Google Divorcing the Black. But, honey, that man has some arms on him, like some arms. And if you know me or you have been listening to my sexual episodes, you know that I love, 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 love a man with some arms. I love a man that look like he be bench pressing like a lot. Like, don't miss nothing. He do not miss arm day. Okay, like he don't miss that. That's what he looked like. Like, when he picked her up with so much ease, and it just had me like, damn, Megan, I'm jealous. Like, that's what I want. Like, pick me up, like scoop me, bounce me, everything. Okay, scoop me, stuck on the neck. Like, I'm without it. I just want to be picked up with some ease. Like, I don't want you to pick me up and then your back bent. And I don't want you to pick me up and your knees bent like you about to give out or something. Like, no, pick me up and stand up straight. Okay? Pick me up, put me against the wall, the door. I don't care where you put me. Just pick me up. So, yeah, so I really love that scene. I really, really do. And police officers really kill me with the whole restraining order. And then it's like, oh, he has to do something, or whatever. And I'm just like, what the fuck are we waiting on? I really don't get that. So I understand when people are like, oh no, that's just a piece of paper that's gonna provoke him and all this and that. I completely understand. I completely get it. 'Cause, yeah, I get it. So the movie that had Bow Wow in it, I was going to say his real name, but some people might not know who that is. But if you are old enough, you should know. But the movie that he was in is called In Broad Daylight. And in that movie, was she his cousin? I think the girl who was getting abused was his cousin or whatever. So, her man, who was her man in that movie? I can't remember, but he was a fucking lunatic. Like, he was crazy. Real crazy. And this goes back again, do not ignore the signs. And I feel like most people move you away from your fucking family. Like, move you away and isolate you so that you feel like you have nobody else but them. You have nobody else to go to but them. And I think at some point in the movie, like, did he put the couch behind the door? Like, I think he put the damn couch behind the door so she wouldn't leave. Because I think she thought about sneaking out. Homeboy put the fucking couch behind the door. Like, I don't understand. I really don't. And I don't think she wasn't allowed to call her mom. Or he would get upset, and then I hate that they had a child together. She was just tied to that man, and I hated that for her. Like, he used to whoop her. Like, seriously whoop her. And I feel like if your family members know, they need to go over there and check that. But at the same time, I feel like if your family members do go check that, you cannot go back to that man, because then it's like, okay, I have went over here and checked this for you. Now you right back with this man, which makes me look like a fool. And God forbid he does it again, then I have to go check him again. You back right? No. So I don't blame people. You can check one time for yourself, but then after that, just leave the shit alone. Because to me, it's not worth the headache. Like, if you're going to keep running back to him, it's no point in me getting involved, honestly. That's like if somebody keeps venting about the same situation that they're in, or the same dude that they dealing with, they keep dogging them out. Well, bitch, why are you still there? The fuck? Like, no. I don't want to keep hearing about it. Sorry. I don't. And some people might be like, well, that's not a good friend. You should hear them out. Anyway, are you just venting? Because I can't give you my advice. Like, clearly you didn't take it the first 4 times. Like, why am I going to keep repeating myself? I don't like to waste my breath. Like, I might need this breath on my death. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. I didn't read them little guidelines, so I don't know what I can and cannot say on YouTube. But I might need that breath, okay? So I'm not about to waste it. We'll know what could happen. I might need that. So I'm not about to keep giving you advice and you're not going to take it, because then it's like, for what? You're smart. You know what you should and should not be dealing with. Like, let's be for real.